Ano ba ang difference ng audio sa sound?
Parehas natin ginagamit yon. Pero technically, there's a difference kasi sound is the natural way. Wala sa microphone. Yung normal na naririnig mo kasi sound is produced by vibrations. Disturbance sa air. Tapos yung ears mo, pinipick up yung vibrations na yun. And yun yung sound. Pero kapag yung sound na yun, acoustics, pumasok sa microphone, tapos the microphone is a transducer, kinonvert niya into electrical signals, then pinaprocess mo na siya sa mixer, and then it becomes audio. So lalabas doon sa speaker mo is sound. So it's from sound, acoustic, magiging audio, tapos lalabas sa speaker mo, babalik siya sa sound, pick up ng tenga mo.
Pwede ka magsalita lang pero hindi ganun ka-powerful yung emotion na makukuha mo kapag walang sound. Tama ba, Rico?
George Lucas, the famous filmmaker himself, he said that 50% of the experience is sound. 50% is visual, 50% is sound. Kasi na-enhance yung bawat scene kapag maganda yung sound. No? So, part ng storytelling talaga yung sound. The scene becomes more scary kapag mayroong sound involved or even the absence of sound. Diba? Kapag horror.
Bakit usually, ang sabi nila, ruling daw, na kapag nag-i-edit ka ng sound, it's usually negative 6 decibel. Bakit ganon?
The dB that we hear is different from the dB that is inside your gear. So, sa digital kasi, the highest is 0. It's 0 doesn't mean nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
0 is the limit. Above 0, that's what we call the clipping point. Everything is chopped off. Wala na nare-record doon. It's distorted. So, ang practice niyan is you don't go over that limit kasi the 0 nga is the limit. So, you have to have what we call a headroom. So, -6, -12, that's your average peak and laro ng meters mo para may allowance ka. So, for sudden peaks, you still have 6-12 dB of headroom para hindi ka umabot dun sa 0 where everything is clipped off.
Grabe, no? Ang audio talaga or ang sound, medyo malalim. Di ba?
Medyo madami siyang
Sanga. No?
sanga-sanga. So there's the practice of audio. So merong music production where we, yung mga nagpo-produce ng mga music records that we hear. Meron naman sa live sound, there's a mixing engineer there na kapag nag-concert ng isang artist, siya yung nagmi-mix ng nadidinig ng audience. Okay? Meron din mang audio for films. So yung nagmi-mix naman for a film medium. Merong audio for games.
Yeah.
Merong audio for games. Meron din naman acoustic designer. Yan, nagdi-design ng mga studios. Anong material gagamitin mo to have this, treated room. So maraming mga sanga-sanga naman yung audio practice.
Direk, ang pag-usapan natin for today, the psychology of sound, how audio shapes emotion and storytelling.
Tara, pag-usapan natin dito, kwento mo sa buhay. Kasama mga folks, ilabas lahat ng tunay. Mag-relax lang tayo, sober man o tipsy. Aral makukuha mo sa Life Over Whiskey.
Welcome to Life Over Whiskey podcast, where we share valuable life lessons and stories you can learn from over a glass of whiskey. My name is Brian.
And I'm Gerald.
Direk Che, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Magandang gabi sa'yo, sir.
We are still here in the beautiful studios ng Q Studios. Thank you so much, Q Studios, for allowing us to use your space. And of course, Direk, and for our mga ka-whiskey, this is a special episode once again in partnership with VoiceCon PH 2026, happening on April 24, 2026. Link below for full details. So, Direk, for tonight, our guest is someone who has been used to the field of audio and sound. He is an audio professional for almost 30 years. His work spans on a lot of areas involving the principles of sound, music production, films, sound design, mixing, mastering, education, and many more. Mga ka-whiskey, mga kalobarkada, Direk, let us all welcome Rico Bicol. Hi, Rico.
Hi. Thank you for having me here. I don't have a glass of whiskey, pero okay lang ba?
Water muna.
Pwede.
I don't drink. Okay. So, yeah.
Thank you so much again
you.
for being part of this episode. Direk, ang pag-usapan natin for today, the psychology of sound, how audio shapes emotion and storytelling.
Alam mo, Bray, dahil sobrang excited ako sa topic natin, hindi ko na patatagalin ng tanong.
Ano gusto mong tanong?
Ano ba ang difference ng audio sa sound?
Uy, may difference ba?
Oh, may difference. Kasi i-interchange natin yun eh. Kapag walang sound, pangit ang sound o pangit ang audio, parehas natin ginagamit yon. Pero technically, there's a difference kasi sound is the natural way. Wala sa microphone, yung normal na naririnig mo. Kasi sound is produced by vibrations, disturbance sa air. Tapos yung ears mo, pinipick up yung vibrations na yun and yun yung sound. Pero kapag yung sound na yun, acoustics, pumasok sa microphone, tapos the microphone is a transducer, kinonvert niya into electrical signals, then pinaprocess mo na siya sa mixer, and then it becomes audio. So lalabas doon sa speaker mo is sound. So it's from sound, acoustic, magiging audio, tapos lalabas sa speaker mo, babalik siya sa sound, pick up ng tenga mo.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're saying audio is like signals?
Yeah, so you're manipulating the signals inside your computer, inside your mixer. That's audio inside.
To reproduce sound?
Yes.
Alam mo, Bray, ano yun eh, di ba, for example, if we watch a certain video or a movie, di ba yung nagsiset ng tone is the sound? Di ba yung emotion mo? Like for example, pag manood ka ng Inception, di ba ang musical scoring yan is si Hans Zimmer? Tama ba yung ano ko? I don't know if that's him. No? Sorry mga ka-whiskey kung mali, but yun yung ano eh, nasiset yung emotion na parang orchestra yung sound or so ang nangyayari, nasiset yung mood mo na parang na-hype ka, na-excite ka. So ano eh no, Rico, sound is very important lalo na sa mga video kasi minsan pwede kang magsalita lang pero hindi ganun ka-powerful yung emotion na makukuha mo kapag walang sound. Tama ba, Rico?
Yeah, in film, if you're watching movies, that's why we pay extra money to watch it in Atmos or Dolby
THX,
Cinema
mga ganun.
Theater. See, George Lucas, the famous filmmaker himself, he said that 50% of the experience is sound. 50% is visual, 50% is sound. Kasi na-enhance yung bawat scene kapag maganda yung sound. No? So, part ng storytelling talaga yung sound. The scene becomes more scary kapag mayroong sound involved. Or even the absence of sound. Di ba? Kapag horror, yung medyo tahimik, parang yung, di ba, yung old film like Jaws. Yung Jaws, medyo old school na. Pero once narinig mo yung note, dun 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 dun.
Alam mo na agad, naalala mo.
Dati mo na agad yung shark. Tapos kapag mga scary movies, doon kapag ito may mangyayari, na-anticipate mo na there's something. O kaya minsan, ginagamit din yung absence of sound to set the mood. Yung wala ka nadidinig pero mas nakakatakot yun eh. Yung,
dead silence, no?
dead silence. Teka lang, parang hindi ko alam kung
ano mangyayari sa susunod.
Yeah, at saka yung mga famous music scores, yung kapag lumabas na si Superman, di ba? Yung mga theme song nila. So naka-embed doon talaga sa identity ng movie. Yung sound or yung music.
So as an audio expert, para maintindihan ng ating mga viewers, no? Bakit sa music production daw, or let's say sa mga pelikula, meron tinatawag na mixing and mastering. Ano ba ang difference niyan? Bakit kailangan ng mixing and mastering sa audio?
Okay, so on this generation, magkaiba na yon. During the times when I was still active in record production, yung mixing is done by the mixing engineer. So siya yung magbabalanse ng mga bawat instrumento, ng boses doon sa particular song. Ngayon, yung mga songs na yon on the old days are coming from different studios. May ginawa sa Studio A, may ginawa dito sa iba-ibang mixing engineer yon na gumagawa ng mga yon. And then, ang ating product nun is the CD, the compact disc or cassette. Yun pa yun nun. So, ang gagawin ng mastering engineer is yung lahat ng mga songs coming from different mixing engineers
from different studios.
From different studios, ibabalance niya. Para pag pinakinggan mo, from one song to the other, it sounds relatively the same loudness, the same tonality, para hindi yung pagdating sa second song, biglang iba yung tunog, di ba?
Pero even ano rin, di ba? Correct me if I'm wrong, Rico. Di ba, for example, a certain song, binabalanse lahat. Let's say, for example, yung voice nung kumakanta, tapos yung instruments. Di ba parang ganun, binabalanse yung lakas, tsaka, ano, tama ba ako?
Yeah. At ngayon naman, going back to that, ngayon kasi wala ng CD. So hindi na yun ang medium of consumption natin ng music. Ngayon is streaming. So ngayon, the mastering engineer now masters the music on the platform. So for Spotify, for iTunes, for YouTube release, may mga requirements, technical requirements kasi yun eh. Tapos na-enhance on the mastering stage, mas na-enhance yung overall quality ng isang mix. Okay.
Let's say audio ng ito from the podcast.
Yeah. Pero hindi siya magic. I mean, pag pangit yung mix mo, pinamaster mo, don't expect na gaganda siya. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna turn trash into gold. So, kailangan maayos para
Ayos din
mas
yung material mo.
ma-notch up higher pa yung sa mastering stage.
So, based sa interpretation ko sa conversation, mixing, for example, live mixing is how you set
Balance.
everything
Yes.
as it's happening.
Yes.
Then mastering is like a post-production
final stage.
thing.
Yeah, it's the
Now,
final
how
stage.
do you want this to sound?
Yes. So iba sa mastering stage depende kung ano ba yung product mo. Ngayon nauuso ulit yung vinyl. So merong nagma-master for vinyl cutting. So hindi siya the same as the nagma-master for Spotify and YouTube. So iba 'yon kasi ang target medium mo is vinyl which has very limited dynamic range. Yeah.
Grabe, no? Ang audio talaga or ang sound, medyo malalim. Di ba?
Medyo madami siyang
Sanga. No?
sanga-sanga. So there's the practice of audio. So merong music production where we, yung mga nagpo-produce ng mga music records that we hear. Meron naman sa live sound. There's a mixing engineer there na kapag nag-concert ng isang artist, siya yung nagmi-mix ng nadidinig ng audience. Okay? Meron din mang audio for films. Siya yung nagmi-mix naman ng for a film medium. Merong audio for games.
Yeah.
Merong audio for games. Meron din naman acoustic designer. Yan, nagdi-design ng mga studios. Anong material gagamitin mo to have this, treated room. So, maraming mga sanga-sanga naman yung audio practice.
Pero ito yun. I have a question for the both of you. Okay. Ngayon kasi, sa era na ngayon, uso ang AI eh.
Okay.
Right? Diba? So, well, to some other people, AI is bad. To some other people, it's a good tool, no? To help everyone and to make work a lot efficient, diba? Pero with someone like you, in your expertise for almost 30 years of experience, is AI something that you like or it is also a threat?
Okay, AI, sabi mo na tool. I see it as a tool para yung mga dati mong matagal gawin, mas madali na. I use it myself kapag, there's an AI for noise reduction.
Okay.
Dati, at tagal mong gagawin yung noise reduction to make, a sound clean. Ngayon,
Sobrang matrabaho.
Isang pindot lang,
let
diba?
AI do it for you. Yung mga menial tasks na matagal,
Yeah.
you can do it. Okay? Pero sa music production, I think meron pa rin, iba pa rin yung, it's just like songwriting. No? You can have an AI write a song. Pero it's not the same as a person doing it.
Kasi there's a human touch.
There's
diba?
a human touch involvement pa rin. Tsaka wala pang AI, I think, hindi pa tayo papunta doon sa ang concert na pinapanood mo is mixed by AI. So, kasi medyo mas maraming variables involved on that level. No, na hindi pa siguro kayang i-predict ng algorithm ng AI and especially the manufacturers of this mixing consoles, they don't invest on AI putting it on their
Their
on
hardware.
equipment. Merong AI involved pero yung mga menial tasks like naming the channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a mixer na Pag nag-input ka ng something, the mixer can suggest, it's a kick drum, pwede niya pakalanan. Alam niya kapag piano, alam niya kapag guitar yon, ipaprompt na niya na, pero i-accept mo pa rin kasi he has a suggestion. Ito yung channel niya, ito yung guitar niya. So, it's a guitar. So, hindi mo na siya ita-type manually na, okay, that's a guitar.
Yeah.
So, hanggang ganong involvement yung nakikita ko na yung mga menial task, let AI handle it. Pero the creativity, ikaw pa rin yun.
Ikaw pa rin, ano? Yun nga, kasi alam mo, may going debate ngayon all over the net. Like, not only with music production, also with copywriting, ano pa bang ibang, anything to do with AI, kayang gawin ni AI. Parang sabi nila, maraming tinamaan because may mga ibang kumpanya daw na they would rather, use an AI rather than hiring someone. Kasi it's a lot faster. But also, as creative, my opinion is same as with you guys. Parang for me, AI is just a tool. Hindi mo kailangan matakot lalo na kung alam mo rin yung talent mo. Lalo na kung may almost 30 years of experience, di ba? Grabe yun. Ikaw, what's your take?
Akong take ko dun, the available technology is there for a reason. And it's our way to lessen the time it takes to accomplish a specific task. I mean, that's the whole purpose of having a machine. AI is a machine. Right? And knowing the limitations, kasi wala naman full adaptability ngayon ng AI talaga because we still want to have that human connection. So how do we balance between using the technology and being reliant to the technology? Kasi mararamdaman ng tao it feels disconnected pag alam mo AI. Even like pictures that's spreading nowadays, like videos nga AI na, parang hindi mo na ma-discern. Distinguish. So it's scary if not used properly. But again, our humanity should be still there. Diba? Our creative thought process should reflect in our work, especially in the creatives industry.
Pero Rico, curious ako for someone to stick, Bray, sa craft niya for 30 years. What's the reason? What's so special about audio or sound that made you stick for almost 30 years? I'm curious, brother. Please educate us.
Sound is fascinating. I mean, you cannot be... you discover something new every day. Even if my number of years in experience in sound, the more I learn, the more you realize that there's much more to learn.
And there's new things to learn.
Habang marami kang nalalaman, mas nalalaman mo na ang dami mo pang hindi alam. Okay, so I'm not a know-it-all, kaya I like attending seminars, conferences, everything. Kahit pag gaano ka-basic yan, I will pick up something. Even yung sinasabi ng speaker ay alam ko na, well, I might pick up something of explaining a thing that I know, on explaining it on a different way.
Yes.
Diba?
Maybe sometimes a better way.
Yes.
Sometimes a better way. So, tsaka music, audio, kahit na wala ka sa studio, it's all around you. I mean, from the time that we wake up with our tone
Alarms.
Okay. We are affected by sound. Even
Sets
we
the
like
mood.
it or not. Sets the mood. When we drive, kapag nasa kotse tayo, kapag may nadinig tayong kakaiba, there's something wrong. Di ba?
No.
It tells us something. So,
Gusto nating matulog din. Di ba? May sound na
May sound,
pampatulog.
yeah.
may pampatulog na sound. Tapos kapag nasa spa tayo, relaxing mood, it affects us. Kasi naka-wire tayo in sound. It's a survival tool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a deeper reason though? I mean, is it something that you always are interested, or may specific moment ba in your life that made you think, this is what I want to do? Can you recall an instance?
Well, hindi common, Wala namang, kid, when I was growing up, pag tinanong mo yung bata, anong gusto mo paglaki? Wala naman nagsasabi na, I want to be an audio engineer.
Wala. Ano ba, no?
Common yan, maging doktor,
Sundalo.
lawyer, sundalo, police, pero ba, I was growing up, I never heard of a career na audio engineer. Diba? Pero I grew up in a church, I play music. Tapos, when music and computers nag-merge sila, so I was there in the early forefront of digital audio recording. So I got so interested. I'm interested with music. I'm interested with computers. Tapos nagsama yung dalawa. Wow. So, tapos nung una akong nag-record sa studio, I was there for 12 hours pero I just had the time of my life. I mean, I enjoyed every minute of it. Hindi ko napansin na, umaga na pala.
Inumaga ka na.
Umaga na pala. Wow, it's 6 a.m. na pala. Di ba? Pero enjoy na enjoy. Parang, okay. This is what I want to do. Parang, I want to do this. No? So, it started out as a hobby. Hobby mo lang. Gumagawa ka ng nag-arrange pa ako noon eh. Gumagawa ka pero you do it for free. No one's paying you. Pero you're enjoying it. Hanggang sa, it's really something na you're now doing, something that you like, pero you're getting paid for it.
Ramdam mo yung passion, ano?
Yeah.
Pero quick, masisegue lang ako konti. Bakit usually, ang sabi nila, ruling daw, na kapag nag-i-edit ka ng sound, it's usually negative 6 decibel. Bakit ganon? Bakit hindi 0? Bakit kailangan negative 6?
Hindi, kasi depende kasi decibel.
The loudness, no?
Decibel is a tech. Ano yan? So it's the dB that we hear is different from the dB that is inside your gear. So sa digital kasi the highest is 0. It's 0 doesn't mean it's nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
0 is the limit. Above 0, that's what we call the clipping point. Everything is chopped off. Wala na nare-record doon. It's distorted.
Ang dami nyo natututunan, mga ka-whiskey, ha?
Yeah. So, ang practice niyan is you don't go over that limit kasi the 0 nga is the limit. So, you have to have what we call a headroom. So, -6, -12, that's your average peak and laro ng meters mo para may allowance ka. So, for sudden peaks, you still have 612 dB of headroom para hindi ka umabot dun sa 0 where everything is clipped off.
Yeah. Kasi, of course, there are times that you will speak softly.
Yeah.
There are times that you will speak loudly.
Oo.
Yeah.
So, depending on how you
Kasi
feel, right?
Magre-red yun eh. Yung meter, di ba?
Yeah. On a digital scale.
On a
kasi,
digital scale, yeah.
marami ding mga scales na ginagamit for audio. There's the dBFS scale, which is yung 0 is the highest point. Meron namang dBu where yung sa mga analog gear where 0 is not the highest point. Kasi above 0, there's +3, +6, +24 depending on the gear. So that's the analog scale. So these things you have to know kapag you're practicing the profession. It's knowing the gear tapos being creative on
How to use them as
Yeah.
well.
Tsaka ito, I'm sure, Bray, si Rico, dahil sobrang 30 years ba naman, Bray, isipin mo, feeling ko, mapa-vinyl, yung mga, even, not only vinyl, even home theater, how come yung ibang ganyan, yung mga hobbies, umaabot ng 500,000, maybe
yeah.
a millions.
Million.
Ang
More
question, is it worth it? Yan ang tanong ko, worth it ba yun? Or ang makaka-appreciate lang nun are people like you?
Okay, ganito yan. So, ibang mundo yung tinatawag nating hi-fi. Okay, diba? So, sinabi ko kanina, merong record production film. Merong market for hi-fi where they set up, yung mga expensive turntables, amplifiers, speakers set on a very specifically made
Designed
room
room,
for listening room. Yeah, very, sa mga, has the money for
Yeah.
it. Okay? Has, spending. So, okay yun kasi it makes them happy. Okay? It makes them happy, satisfied. Yeah. If you have the money, then you can say that it's worth it. May mga iba pa nga gusto nga ng mga wife nila na ganun na yung asawa nila merong listening room. Kasi ang agang umuwi para pumunta doon sa listening room. Umuwi na kasi they enjoyed, spending time there listening, di ba? So,
So kung yung asawa nyo, gusto nyo umuwi na maaga, gawan nyo ng listening room.
Oo, no?
Pa-build kayo.
Grabe, no, Brian? Ano masasabi mo sa
Sobrang
music?
passionate ni Rico talaga when it comes to, his field. Pero what I'm more curious about is, sabi niya kasi kanina, Direk, he also does teach already and may consulting na rin siya, no? So I think you're at a moment in your life, I'm assuming you're at a moment in your life na yung mga tutunan mo gusto mo na i-pass on.
yes, definitely. Actually, I'm part of an organization. It's called AES. It's the Audio Engineering Society Philippines section. It's based in New York. Actually, it's the oldest organization in audio. It's been here since 1948, if I'm not mistaken. So, bawat country merong section. US, so sa Asia, there's Japan, there's Malaysia. So, we have a section here in the Philippines. So, I'm part of the core group. So, ang aming talagang advocate is for education. So, we conduct workshops, seminars, para yung mga bagong generation. Kasi ako nung nag-umpisa ako, wala akong matanong eh. Wala yung YouTube. Wala pang Google. No? So I just watch and observe, read books.
And try it yourself, literally, on the spot.
Mostly trial and error. If this doesn't work, do this. If it doesn't work, try it again. Di ba? Wala kang matanong na ano ba talaga dapat tong gawin. Pero ngayon, very fortunate that we have a community of audio practitioners in the AES that has more than my years of experience in audio na pwede nilang matanong na ganito. And nako-connect ko namin yung iba-ibang practice kasi merong nasa live sound, nasa music production, nasa film, nasa advertising. So we have this community nga na we have this semi-regular activity where we meet together, discuss, talk about stuff, and
I think that's
exchange
important.
ideas.
It's important na not just kasi sobrang abundant na ng information and knowledge out there but without the proper guidance,
Right.
nakaka-overwhelm din eh. Lalo na pag kung technical sa technical. But if there's a space where people can practice, learn from mistakes, di ba? I think that having that organization, that community really helps out a lot para maintindihan mo yung principles of sound. Pero Rico, we are expecting you to be part of VoiceCon 2026 on April 24.
Yes.
What
gonna be
would people expect from you?
Well, una-una, thank you sa VoiceCon for inviting me. So, with the time that I have, I'm gonna share about some bits of tips on choosing a microphone. Kasi pag magka-capture ka ng audio for your content, you need a microphone, di ba? So, alam na natin yan. Kaya lang, ang daming options. Ano ba mga mic yung pwede sa gusto kong gawin? So, choice of microphones, how to use it properly, how the environment affects your sound, and a bit of, sasama ko na yung paano ginagamit talaga yung sound in storytelling kasi it's part of it. No? So, meron siyang, kasi people, yung mga viewers, they can forgive you for bad video.
Correct.
But they will not tolerate bad audio.
They will remember. Oh, they will. They will.
Yeah. So, yun din. Kasi audio versus video, of course, maganda yung video. Pero dapat, the same thing, maganda rin yung audio.
Yeah, true.
Kasi maganda yung video, pangit yung audio, pangit yan.
Skip na.
Skip na yun kapag hindi mo maintindihan. Kasi you have to have the message, mako-convey mo through your voice, clearly, paano mo siya i-deliver. So, I'm more on the technical side of, microphones, acoustics, and then, siguro partly editing, paano mo ba siya iti-treat sa iyong digital system, how to make it better,
So, grabe tong VoiceCon pala, no, Bri? I mean, hindi ka lang pala tuturuan ng VoiceCon how to modulate your voice or to speak better. Merong,
Communicate clearly, yes.
may medical side
Aspect,
pa,
yes.
aspect pa. Tapos meron pang
Technical aspect.
Technical aspect.
Exactly.
Grabe. At saka mga ka-whiskey, perfect na umattend kayo dito because kung magsa-start ka ng podcast mo or content creator ka, iniisip mo, magla-lavalier ba ako? Maglalapel ako? Magaganto ba akong microphone? Or magbo-boom mic ako? Siya
There's a lot of
makakasagot.
options.
Oo.
Yes.
Kaya dapat umattend kayo. ng
Rico
VoiceCon.
Bicol will give you clarity.
Ayan.
So the microphones are like, if I may add, the microphone is like your camera. Diba? So yung camera mo, iba-ibang klase ng lens. Yung lens ng camera, I mean. So meron kang pang wide, meron kang pang tight shot, may prime lens ka.
Prime lens ka.
So walang lens na kaya niyang gawin lahat yan eh. Same thing with the microphone. There's a microphone for podcasting, microphone for presentation, for film. So iba-iba rin.
Yeah.
Pero Rico, konting pa-delight lang sa ating mga ka-whiskey. Kung content creator sila at nag-uumpisa sila, dapat ba lavalier or dapat ba microphone na ganito?
There's a lot of questions in audio na ano ba ang dapat. ang lagi kong sinasabi or madalas answer is, it depends.
Okay. Environment, location.
It will
ano ba?
depend.
Purpose, environment.
It will depend, no? Pwedeng lavalier, no? Sa'yo, if you want it to be discreet and your hands-free. Okay? Pwede naman ganitong microphone kasi yung mga microphone ngayon, meron siyang personality. Yung it looks good on the camera.
Yeah.
It sounds like para kang radio DJ.
It looks good. It looks good on the camera. Meron namang microphone na, okay, you can have one microphone, tapos 3 subjects, switch mo, that's boom mic. Pero it depends on the acoustic environment. So it depends. It depends. Ano ba, yung subject mo ba, maglalakad ba sa street habang fini-film mo? So hindi pwede yung ganito.
And with that, Direk, I think we've exhausted our time. Maraming salamat, Rico, for being part of this
Salamat,
episode.
Rico.
Thank you.
Sabi nga nila, mga ka-whisky, mga kalobrigada, pag naka-whisky ka,
Mas open ka.
always
Stay pogs.
Cheers, guys.
Podcast na naman with Gerald at Brian. Aral lang pulutan sa inuman at kwentuhan. Pinagsamang veterano, parehong talentado. Ihanda ang mic at baso sa lamesa at intablado.